Hello viewers, welcome back to another episode of Medcast Kigma. Today we have with us a very renowned personality who has been famous between the students nowadays. A graduate of Khyber Medical University who has 16 gold medals, which is the biggest achievement I can ever imagine, to be fairly honest. He is not only a doctor, he is not only a teacher, he's been an inspiration for the students, whether they are from medicine or other students. We have with us who is currently the lecturer in IUK and in Kyrgyz State Medical Academy. We have with us Dr. Muhammad Ali. Thank you so much, sir, for providing us your prestigious time.
Thank you, and thank you so much for so many kind words which you have spoken for me.
Sir, 16 gold medals. Can you please take us through the journey?
Well, okay. So it might be looking as you have exaggerated it in so so beautifully. But since they say Usain Bolt would have ran hardly for 3 minutes or 4 minutes in his life, but there is a long journey behind that thing. If you ask me what had been the inspiration throughout the journey or how did I manage to do this thing, so it was not only my MBBS. This was my mother, and this was her dream, which was back in 2009. I would like to take few of minutes of my audience. So we were playing cricket in our street, and my father would have gone to UK. And when to father goes abroad, there's a free hand for the elder children for like us. So we were playing cricket, and mother was shouting and said that come back home, and it's too late. Do not do that, and all those things. But we took it casually. When we came back home, mother had a plan in her mind already. So she sent me to boarding school without any further delay. And that was the life-changing moment for me, I guess. Pakistan International Public School and College, from which I did my basic matriculation and FSCs, my schooling and my higher secondary school. This was the life-turning moment. So when I went over there and when I realized that my mother had so much of high hopes from me, and she always used to talk about this thing that do not be an ordinary student and keep working hard, and you have to do it and all those things. And when I was in medical school back there, my father he added up some other stuff as well, that don't be an ordinary medical student and don't be an ordinary doctor. Trust me, at that moment I did not feel it like I did not know the meaning of what a good doctor looks like. So what I decided that just grab some good resources, and I grabbed few of the good resources and I started studying them hard. And I had that vision in my mind that my father, who is in abroad, who is working hard for us, who is earning for us, my mother who is having high hopes for us. So I think these were the two things which always kept me motivating. And beyond that thing, I will say that the vision that my mother had, the vision that my father had, I guess that was the sole reason which they inculcated in me. And then this was secondary. Above all is the Allah Almighty. I think Allah blessed me with this thing, and Allah decided this for me, and I'm very much grateful to Almighty Allah and to my parents.
Sir, in your journey, I would say that this is a major point in your journey about the diagnosis of the cancer of
Yes.
your mother in the last year. I mean, I as a student cannot imagine if if I were at your place. I mean, I couldn't be able to study, and you still came out strong. Got another gold medal in the final year as well. Can you please take us to that period, that how you tackle the situation?
Okay. So the incident which you are talking about, it was my final year. It was before my surgery B paper to be exact. When my brother sent me the report, to be honest, this was a hard time for me, and I was the elder member of my family. So the burden of responsibility was at my shoulder, and I went back to home, and my whole focus was on my mother's health. We took her for biopsy, we took her for other preliminary tests and all those things. But then my mother was a kind of angry at me. She was not talking to me the way she used to talk, and I was like, Mother, did I do something wrong? Like, I have been trying my best to provide you with all those things. Did I do something wrong? What is it? And my mother said that you had been a good student throughout, and now I feel like I'm responsible for your failure because you are not going back and taking your exams. And I asked her mother, what do you want? Tell me. She said that I would be happy if you top this year as well like your previous years. So because I was emotionally doomed at that moment, because my mother was diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian carcinoma, and trust me, my mind was not up to that. It was not working like it used to work early, because I was in stress. I was in so much of pain. But when she asked me with this thing, I took it like her advice, and I went back to my college. And there are two kind of behaviors. I always ask my students, I always teach my students, and I tell them that the pain and the sufferings, they are the blessings. Use them as a fuel. All of the poverties, all of the outcomings or shortcomings which you are having in your life, use them as a fuel to upbring your journey. I took that pain as a fuel, and I worked hard for my mother. And I will correct you, I did not gain one gold medal. I got 3 gold medals in my final year MBBS. And my mother, when the result came, my mother was having her chemotherapy, and we were so damn happy. And then the result was not like this. The result came like in a local newspaper of Peshawar. And over there it was written that a successful doctor who could not work hard, but the prayers of mother took him to the heights of success. And this was written on the newspaper. And when this result saying in the newspaper, this was something which I think was the gift from Almighty Allah, and because of my prayers of my mother. Well, how I tackled that situation, since speaking on that way, we have so many students we see in our life, and they have a lot of shortcomings. They have a lot of things which are giving them stress. They are not mentally that much sound, or they are having many kind of difficulties in their life, many kind of different kind of stress in their life, psychological stress, psychological traumas, physical traumas, many other things. The thing is, whatever does not kill you makes you stronger. To have that in your mind, just go with that thing and have trust in Allah, have faith in Allah, that if it is from Allah, and we as a Muslim, we feel like everything, whatsoever is happening in our life is because of Allah Almighty. If it is because of Allah, it would have been because of the betterment of me. To have that in our mind, and to test our limits, that how far I can go. Let's say a student is having some sort of fever and bronchitis, and he's having exams the next day, and then when he appears in the exam and he excels it well, he says that I did not deliver 100% of my potential, still I was able to gain so much of the things. So I think so, for that thing in mind, a person should work hard, and learn to tackle things, and learn to tackle things maturely. And that's what would I say to my students.
Sir, we are talking about the achievements. What's the bigger achievement? Making your mother proud, or gold medals?
Oh, why not? Now, this I would say that thousands of gold medals are not even equal to my mother's feet. So, see, let me tell you one thing. Now, talking about this thing, the current generation, which is Gen Z, I belong to an old generation that is the millennium generation. So Gen Z has got so many of different opportunities, but the setup where I was brought up, and the kind of environment I was having back in my village at that time, making proud, making your name, making name of your village, or doing something extraordinary in that way, that was something which was quite motivating. And answering to your question, which was like what is biggest achievement, I don't think so there is even a comparison between those two things. Because
Okay.
my mother's one smile on my mother's lips because of me, I think so I have done my job for that.
So talking about Gen Z, as a Gen Z, we've got a lot of distractions, to be fairly honest.
Okay.
It's fifth generation. We have got social media, etc. What's your advice to Gen Z to study as millennials.
Okay. So, talking about this thing, see, first we have to rule it out why people are having distractions or why Gen Z is having distractions. This is a fairly interesting question. Now, Gen Z people are the people of current century, our current generation. They are having a lot of things, a lot of different things back in their mind. But these people, these students, and they want a thrill in their life. They love the dopamine, and they love that dopamine rush. Why they are scrolling all day long this Instagram? Why they are scrolling all day long this Facebook things and reels and all those things? They are just trying to have some sort of fun in their mind, back in their mind. That is the dopamine. I I would say they are doing this because they do not find study interesting. Or I think so, study is not being portrayed as an interesting thing to them. I would say that you people should find some interesting stuff in study. And since study is boring, but the results of study are very marvelous. They are very astonishing, very promising. A good doctor can make an impact in the society. A good doctor can do a lot of changes in the society. A good doctor can make a big difference in the society. So when keeping those big goals in the mind, I will advise my students and my younger generation. I am a youngster as well, but I don't belong to Gen Z. I belong to the Millennium generation. But for all of my students, I would say that do not go for the instant gratification. Have some sort of delayed gratification. Do not go for the this, I will say, cheap dopamine rush. Go for the bigger dopamine rush. What do you think? What motivates Usain Bolt, who trained for years and years? What motivates him? This delayed gratification motivates him. That one single race for which he struggles. What motivated that Michael Phillips? Our whole country do not have those much gold medals in the Olympics. That single person holds so damn gold medals in swimming alone. What motivates Michael Phillips? Michael Phillips states that there are days when I don't feel like going to water, when I don't feel like going to swimming, but a tough situation, but a tough discipline, a consistency, discipline, and a clear focus. That's what makes you different. And he had made a marvelous result. He is an example of steadfastness and discipline. For new students who are currently working, who are medical students in third year, in fourth year, who wants to achieve something big, and they feel like, so where to start? That would be a good where to start. So I will say, first thing first, that have a clear goal. Have a clear goal. I always speak about this story. There were 3 students of a guru back in India in old days, and guru stated that aim at the eye of that bird. There was a wooden bird, and he was giving them classes for the aiming, those throwing arrows. Aim at that bird's eye. When the first student came, guru said, what do you see? He says that I'm seeing that bird. I'm seeing the tree where the bird is sitting. I'm seeing the stone. I'm seeing the sky. I'm seeing the tree and all those things. Okay, he said, okay, the next one. And then the second student came, and guru said, what do you see? He says that I see a bird. I see his legs. I see his feather. I see his eyes and all those things. Okay, he said, okay. And the third one came, and the guru said the same question. What do you see? He said that I see the eye. And he said, no, there are so many other things. Look for them. What do you see? He said, no, Guru, I just see the eye of that bird. Guru questioned him for the third time. And the answer of the student was, no, I do not see anything other than that eye. So have a clear vision. That clear vision, the clear vision is the biggest thing. And once you have identified that clear vision, that I want to be a good neurosurgeon, I want to do USMLE, I want to excel in the field of teachings, I want to do this thing. Once you have identified that particular thing, stick with that. Stick with that particular thing and make a routine. Make a discipline. Nothing happens overnight. It's a process. It's a process which you have to go through. And Allah says in the Quran, for human, there's nothing for the human but for what he struggles. Laisal insana illa masa. There's nothing for the human but what he struggles for. So have a discipline in your life, have a clear vision in your life, and and stick to it, and then ask your Allah Almighty that Allah, I have this thing in my mind. Make this thing, make a clear, make me excel in it. Make me excel in it if it is good for me, if it is beneficial for me, and inshallah Allah Almighty does not, he does the justice, he does not do the injustice. He will definitely bless you with whatever you people want.
Sir, talking about journey of a medical student, it itself is this journey is difficult. But if you are a medical student and at the same time you are studying abroad, difficulties are obviously there. What are the things which can make this journey interesting? Or as you said that our education, or as a Gen Z, we've got to make things interesting for us.
Okay.
That dopamine rush which we were talking about.
Okay. So, if I heard your question correctly, you were asking about, sir, as a foreign medical graduate or the students who are struggling, who are studying abroad,
Yeah.
how can they make their life interesting in ways of study?
Yeah.
Yes.
Few tips.
Few tips. Okay. So, Abu Bakr, I will like to answer in this way. Like, see, when I was back in Pakistan, I used to think about foreign medical graduates that they do not know a word about MBBS, and that was the perception which I had in my mind. But when I came back over here, and I saw so many things, and I would like to give credit to my beloved friend Dr. Waqar Ahmed Khan Niazi, who is the Director of International Affairs and Education Advisor, and Dr. Imran Nazir, who is the CEO of Education Advisor. They asked me that come over here and deliver lectures to our students. And when I asked them that why would you opt a youngster like me, so they said that we want our young students to get an inspiration, get a motivation, and to see that how a young doctor, a young teacher looks like. And it will be a source of inspiration. When I started teaching over here, the response from you people side was marvelous. It was beyond imagination. You people are a gem of a person when it comes to respect, when it comes to discipline. Now, let's talk about to study. Study is one aspect of a foreign medical graduate. There are many other things which we people have to deal with.
Yeah.
There is Khazan thing which you people have to deal with. There are the classes. Then you people have different campuses all around this Bishkek city, and you people go around the corner of cities, and the life you people have over here is tough indeed. But meanwhile, I felt like you people have got enough time. You people have got plenty of time. Why? Because the examination system over here is not that much difficult. It is not that much difficult that they will not allow you to study for your own. Second thing, you people are mature enough before time, because all of the things which back in Pakistan you were dependent on your parents. Right over here in Kyrgyzstan, you people are dependent on yourself. You are self-sufficient. You are self-reliable. You people are mature enough, more than the students who are being spoon-fed back in Pakistan. So I would suggest that take this time as an opportunity, take this difficult time as an opportunity, and reflect yourself that what do I want? What do I want in my life? For example, if you want to study, it would be boring. But if you see a clear image sitting in America, sitting in that coffee shop. What is that? That good coffee in US? I don't know why did I forget that thing, but that was so interesting. Anyhow, you're sitting in a good coffee shop back in New York. Imagine yourself studying sitting in a coffee shop wearing the scrub of your hospital and working in Johns Hopkins. That is interesting. Or imagine this thing that you are working in Pakistan, you are working as a neurosurgeon, and you have all of this hospital waiting for you because you have a very fine hand. When you look for the results, when you look for what this study will give you, that makes it interesting. There is no shortcut to the success. If it were easy, everyone would have do it. Everyone would have done it. It is not easy. That's why you have to take this opportunity. Everybody is not studying. Everybody is not taking this life seriously. Everybody is wasting their time. But there are few people back in Pakistan. There are few people back in other countries, in China, in Kyrgyzstan, in Kazakhstan, in UK, in USA, who are working hard to achieve their dreams. Who are working hard to achieve their dreams. So work for your dreams. They say it very beautifully. Work for your dreams. Otherwise, you have to work for someone else's dream, and you will be working to fulfill his dream in his job. And second thing, your parents. I don't know why we have forgot this thing. See, I used to say this thing to my students that every boy in his life wants a woman that is loyal to him and that had been with him in the tough times. And every boy, he wants such a woman that when I will be successful, he wants a woman in the tough time who supports him, and when he is in the good time, he would bring all of the bounties of the world for him, for her.
Yeah.
Okay? But all of the students have that woman, that one woman.
Yeah.
That is your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get me. You got me. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got me. So that is your mother. Work for her. Your parents, they are having dream in their eyes. You people are living away from your parents. You're living away from your family. You're missing so many of the things. You're missing weddings. You're missing funerals. You're missing every single activity which is happening in the family. Why don't you take it as a fuel? This is a good opportunity. Make your parents proud. Make your parents proud for this thing. And trust me, this field is rewarding. The second question which everybody asks me on Instagram, so is it still rewarding to be a doctor in this current 21st century? Yes, it is. It is rewarding, it is interesting, and yes, it makes sense.
Sir, as you have already mentioned your journey as a teacher, you just recently graduated.
Yes.
What's that specific thing which made you
A
divert
teacher,
your
huh?
mind to be a teacher?
Okay. Well, when I was in medical school, I graduated back in 2022. Then I did my house job back in Pakistan, and my house job completed in August 2023. And then I quickly joined Fuji Foundation Medical College, Foundation University Medical College, Islamabad, as a lecturer of pharmacology. What was back in my mind, there were two things. First, I love this job. I love teaching. I love speaking to the people. I love reading their minds. I love talking to them, and I love exploring them. And I just love it. It was my passion. So I thought, while I was preparing for different exams like my USMLE Step 2, my FCPS exam, the fellowship exam back in Pakistan, residency exam back in Pakistan, while I was preparing for that, I said it would be better to go and teach medical students rather than being an MO. And this was a very good decision. I feel like if I were an MO, I would not have made such a difference. And while teaching to my students, I learned a lot of things from them. And they have taught me a lot of things, and I have taught them a lot of things as well. Then my journey shifted, as I already have mentioned, that the CEO of Education Advisor, Dr. Imran Nazir, and Dr. Waqar Ahmed Khan Niazi, who is the beloved friend of mine, we did the house job together. So it was that time when we identified it, and they said that please come over here and do visit it. And when I visited over here, I saw it very rewarding. And now I started it as a passion. I started it just for the sake of fun, just for the sake of enjoyment, because I was loving this thing. But now the kind of reward I'm getting from you people, particularly the students from International University of Kyrgyzstan, students from Royal Metropolitan University, students from Kyrgyz State Medical Academy, the kind of response I'm getting, this is just marvelous. I love
Thank
it.
you, sir.
And I have mentioned it, this thing that you people are gem of a person when it comes to respect, and this thing motivates me more and more.
Sir, you have seen both the education systems of Pakistan, and now you have experienced the education system of Kyrgyzstan as well. What are the similarities and differences between the systems, and what are the improvements which should be taken to improve?
Okay, so first thing first, people think like back in Pakistan, the education system in medical colleges is like it's marvelous. Yes, indeed it is, but the similarity between Pakistani medical college and medical college in Kyrgyzstan is, you people study from the PPTs, and we people study from the PPTs as well. the teachers come. There are few teachers who are innovative, but people come and they play the PPTs over there, and then we just it makes us sleepy. And there are few interesting teachers in Pakistan. Second thing, you people have a lot of things to deal with when you are going to the medical journey.
Yeah.
And the similarity back in Pakistan is we have to deal with a lot of things as well. The modules, the stages, the sub stages, the send up exams, then our attendance, then our clinical rotations, then our internships and all those things. So these are the similarities. Now the differences. I feel like I would like to give credits to medical education system in Pakistan, back in Pakistan, and particularly PMDC. They have done a marvelous job in keeping an eye on the students. You people cannot, there is no loophole that you cannot pass your exam if you do not know what are the prerequisites for the exam. And Khyber Medical University, University of Health Sciences Lahore, these two universities are playing a vital role in keeping the proper check and balance. Our examination system back in Pakistan does not allow a student to pass if he has not studied it well. Well, over here, the examination system is not that much difficult. It is quite a bit easy to pass the exams over here. But meanwhile, in Pakistan, medical student gets a lot of stress. As I have mentioned many times in my other interviews, that there are so many students in Pakistan who cannot cope up with the stress of the medical school. They cannot cope up with the stress of the attendance even. They cannot cope up with the stress of the viva, the long case and all those things. It's the incident of final year when I was living in my hostel in my medical school. So a new student was allotted in my room. So when I met him, his name was Dr. Adil. And when I asked him, Adil bhai, how been it's been that you are here in this medical college? He said that I took admission back in 2005, and it was 17 years he was struggling with his final year examination, and he could not pass it. And it took him 17 years to pass those 5 years of MBBS. So the examination system is very tough. It does not allow you. It is a good filter. But for foreign medical graduates, you got a good opportunity. You do not have to face that kind of stress. Meanwhile, this thing this thing allows you a lot of time, a lot of courage, a lot of free time to think about your future. Work hard for it. If you have done good in your MBBS, then there is a good filter back in Pakistan, that is PMDC NLE exam, and which is now being labeled as NRE, National Registration Exam. That is a good filter for the foreign medical graduates. Those who have worked hard, those who have studied good, and those who meet the criteria which is being set for as a doctor in Pakistan, they clear it very easily. One of very close friend of mine who is my colleague as well, Dr. Faisal Aziz. He cleared all the 3 steps of PMDC. Now, back in his time, it was PMDC NAB examinations. So he cleared all those steps in very first attempt. So the one who works hard, he achieves it good. In our current session, almost more than 120 students of International University of Kyrgyzstan cleared their NRE first step in their very first attempt. The point I want to make over here is, it does not matter where you are studying. It does not matter what you are studying, but it matters how you are studying. If you are a good student, if you have studied hard, if you have studied good, if you know what to study, when to study, how much to study, and then you go back to your country, I don't think so there is any difference in this thing. And regarding clinical skills, you will learn in your internship and all those things. Over here, you people do the therapy things and all of the other stuff, which is the clinical rotations.
So, what's your go-to strategy for acing exams such as National Residency exam,
Okay.
or MCI back in India, or US Medical Licensing exam?
Okay. First thing, if you are in final year, you are left with no choice. But if you are in early years, like second year, here we'll talk about semester. If you're in third semester, fourth semester, fifth semester, you are left with some other choices as well. I will say opt for USMLE, because that is nowadays a gold standard for preparation.
Yeah.
And if we talk about NRE, MCI or USMLE, the strategy is same. First thing first, have a clear goal. Set a goal, I have to do this at any cost. Like recently I asked about I asked one of your friend, that I asked him whether you want to be a doctor or not. He said, no, I want to be a politician. If you have decided that vision already, then you don't need to study
Yeah.
for medicine. Okay, then you can go over there. If you want to do CSS, that's good, go over there. But if you want to pursue it, my father says, if you're crying, if the voice of your crying is not good, I will say it in Urdu कि पैदा रोने से चुप अच्छा. It's better to stay quiet rather to weep in a very bad tone,
Yeah.
So if you have decided it already clearly, be a good doctor, be a fine doctor. And how to be a fine doctor? Have a clear goal, set a strategy for yourself, set a disciplinary life. It does not matter if you studied 1 hour, it does not matter if you study 2 hours, it does not matter if you study 3 hours. It matters that you study every day. If you study 1 hour every day, you at the end of year you will study for 365 hours. That is 365 hours a year. Okay? If you study 2 hours a day, it will make it 70
Seven, 700.
700 hours.
700.
Okay?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of time. It's hell a lot of time. Yes? So do that. Make your strategy regarding that thing. Then 80-20 rules. I always say in competitive exams, it does not matter if you have studied hell a lot of the stuff. Do not study that thing. Define your syllabus and have a clear circle around it and stay in that circle. Let me tell you one thing. There are few topics which come in every exams, like ECG, like myocardial infarction, like renal angiotensinogen aldosterone system, like there are few other important topics like pneumonia, meningitis. These are few of the cases or few of the topics which are being asked almost in every examination. But then let's talk about Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. How many exams would have asked about this thing? I don't think so. Hardly any. A single paper would have asked it somewhere around. So the strategy would be 80-20 rules. What is 80-20 rule? Few people work and few people cover 20% of the syllabus and they get 80% of the reward out of it. And few people studies 80% of the syllabus and just get what? 20% of the reward. Identify those 20% topics which are being asked in every examination. Now, the second good question people ask, that's where to identify those 80-20
Yeah.
rule. There is a book called USMLE Step 1 First Aid. There are the topics which are being written over there. Those are those 20% topics of the MBBS which are being asked in every exam. Then the third question people ask me frequently, sir, will that one book be enough to excel in my examinations? No. Definitely no. Because I was teaching hyperaldosteronism, and there was a line written that in primary hyperaldosteronism there is aldosterone escape mechanism, while in secondary hyperaldosteronism the aldosterone escape mechanism does not work. Now he has not written the explanation for it. He has not written what do you mean by primary hyperaldosteronism and secondary hyperaldosteronism. He has not written those things. You have to have that core knowledge behind it. I'm asking about, take it as a reference book, take it as a guide. The topics which are being written in first aid, those are important topics. Do study those topics from some of the other resources, whether they are lecture resources, whether there are other good textbooks, whether there are other audiobooks, there are the podcasts, there are the MCQs, whatever it is. So, after having clear mindset and 80-20 rule, now what you have to do? Now, do not study with those outdated resources. Do not study in the way people used to study 400 years ago. The time is changed now. We have to change our way. We have to change the way we prepare for our examinations. So how you should do it? First thing, change your way of preparation from passive learning to active learning. What is passive learning? What is active learning? Passive learning is having topic in front of your eyes, and primary hyperaldosteronism is that's rote memorization.
Yeah.
Do not do the rote memorization. Study a topic, have some clinical scenarios, solve them. When you will solve them, what will happen? You will know the weakness.
Yeah.
There is a 6-step strategy. That is, I made a mnemonic out of it if I'm not wrong. Lions always make roaring sounds. Okay, so learn something first of all, then memorize it. First learn something, then memorize it, then recall that particular thing, then reproduce that particular topic, then apply that particular knowledge, and then once you have applied it, get the result out of it. Let's say I have studied a topic about RAS system. I must know where do the antihypertensive drugs like captopril work, how do they work, how do the renin inhibitors work, how do the ARBs work. So once you have studied that particular topic, correlate it with the clinical information as well, and study it, change your method of study from passive learning to active learning. Then spaced repetition. Let's say I have studied a topic today, give it a pause, 2 to 3 days, and then repeat it. Then 2 to 3 days, then repeat it. There was a study conducted back in America that every other day, every passing day, we forget our knowledge. We start forgetting our knowledge because our brain is not meant to memorize things. But for the sake of, as a doctor, the knowledge which is beneficial for you is the knowledge which you people have back over here, not in the books. Let's say you are a lawyer and you are fighting a case, and meanwhile you forgot something. You will take another date, you will go back your home, you will study from the law book, and then you will prepare your case and come back. But let's say you are a doctor and a patient is collapsing in front of your eyes in the ER. What will you do? Open up the book? No, you will not open up the book. You have to apply your knowledge, and you have to remember that knowledge. How will you remember that knowledge? The thing is, you do not have to do the rote memorization. You have to do the spaced repetition. You have to do the active recall, clinical scenario, simulate those clinical scenario with the real life examples, like how do syncope happens, how do people fall out, how do people pass out, etc. Then after that thing, active recall, spaced repetition, refine your skill, teach it to your other friends, teach it to yourself, teach it to your juniors, and do tell them how does it work. That's how it works. Then above all, I would say that your study strategy should be defined. That this is my core knowledge. I will not go beyond this thing. Like I have a student, he's a very brilliant student back in UK, but when he was in third year, I heard it from someone that he has also covered the syllabus of BDS as well, along with the MBBS. So do not do that thing. Define your boundary and stay within that boundary, and particularly that thing. Now our brain, do the tagging thing as well. Do the tagging thing. I will give you an example. Let's say there are two cupboards, and men's, not always, but men's are usually messy, and females are usually organized. And I do state this example. I have done it quite a few times. And there are two cupboards. And female, what do? They keep the party wear aside. They keep the casual dresses aside. They keep the sleeping dresses aside. They keep the formal dresses aside.
Yeah.
But we as a men, we have one pair of jeans which is black. We wear it in the ground. We wear it when we are going out with friends. We wear it when we are going to parties. And when we come back over here at home, and we throw it in a single cupboard.
Yeah.
Now female organizes everything, and men, not all the men, okay, but few. And usually men are messy. Or if you do not say that, I am messy, and I do that. I do that thing. And if you ask me, Abu Bakr, that sir, please bring that black pant back out of your cupboard, it will take a lot of effort to find that one black pant. And if you ask that one female, she had kept that thing organized. So what I was saying, tagging thing. Tag your knowledge back in your mind. Tag it with something. Relate it with some real life incident. Relate it with something. Like coin-like lesion on X-ray is a cancer, a malignancy.
Yeah.
And how do I relate it? My mamu, he had cancer. And when I saw his X-ray, there was a coin-like lesion. Now I can never forget this thing. My mother had an anaphylactic shock because of carboplatin. I will never ever forget how hypersensitivity reactions happen. So relate them with the real life scenarios with some emotional touch and tag them back in your brain so that when you want it, you can just reproduce it. So this is a few of the tactics, and then there are a lot of tactics which you can watch out on YouTube and all those things.
Sir, we have discussed about the strategies which we can imply on ourselves. Let's divide students into different categories.
Okay.
Students who are like us, who don't have enough time uh, left, and students who are currently studying in second or third semester.
Okay.
First of all, those students, what resources they can use
Okay.
to make, obviously to motivate themselves throughout the journey as well, because motivation does not last longer.
Yeah.
So what resources they can use, and obviously we have discussed about the shortcuts or those smart ways which we
Okay.
can.
Okay. So I was giving a seminar back in a good speech. It was a motivational speech for the students of MDCAT, and the academy called me that, sir, please deliver this speech. And when I went over there, a student asked me a very beautiful question, and he said that, sir, you have motivated us very good way, in a very good way, and I know this thing that today I will study a lot, but time will pass by, and these words which you have spoken for me, they will vanish away, and I will not stay motivated. And I said that, did you take bath today? He said yes. And I said, how often do you take it? He said that, twice a week or thrice a week. And I said that motivation is this. You have to take a dose of motivation again
Yeah.
and again. But inspiration lasts longer.
Yeah.
Have an inspiration in your mind. Have a mentor in your life, and who have the leading ability. Now, coming back to your second question, which was about the study resources. What study resources they should use who have not studied a word and they are in final year, and those who are in junior semester and they want to learn something. First of all, if you are in a junior semester and okay, first of all, if you're in junior semester and you want to talk about basic subjects, first thing first, define yourself how much you must know. At the end of first year and second year, in the first 4 semester over here in Kyrgyzstan, you must be able to know all of the anatomy, all of the physiology, all of the biochemistry, all of the histology, all of the embryology. These are the few subjects which you people must know. Study those things from the bigger books. Study them from very good books, authentic books, and good resources which have explained everything in detail. Why? You are setting up the base. It took me 3 months to cover the short book of general anatomy of BD Churasia. Short book. But it took me 13 days to cover the long book of Snell. Why was it so? Because in the beginning, I was not able to understand what do you mean by this sagittal view, what do you mean by this coronal view, what do you mean by medial, what do you mean by lateral, what do you mean by anteroposterior, what do you mean by dorsoventral. I was not able to understand those things. But then when I set up the base and everything was clear, so study physiology from Guyton and Hall for the junior semesters. Study Guyton and Hall. It was a very good book, and that person had put a very marvelous effort on it. Study anatomy from Snell's. Snell's is a very good book, and if you want to have some real explanation and you have to have some real visualization, you can follow Gray's Anatomy as well. By the way, there is a season Gray's Anatomy as well, not the season, the Gray's Anatomy book. Okay. Third, for embryology, do the Langman. Langman is a good book. For biochemistry, there is an Indian author, Satya Narayan, that is a good book as well. And I feel like I'm back in my first year MBBS while recalling those books. And for is there any subject left? I don't think so. For histology, you can use like Hussain. Then for pharmacology, you can use Ketzan or you can use Lippincott. For the pathology, you can use Robbins or Goljan's Pathology. Both of them are very good books. For pharmacology, do not forget to use Kaplan as well. Kaplan is a very good resource for pharmacology. For ophthalmology, you can use Jatoi. For ENT, you can use Dingra. And then for medicine, I will suggest that Step Up to Medicine, Irfan Masood, or Internal Medicine Kaplan. These three are the big good resources. For gynae ops, 10 teachers or Kaplan. Kaplan is a good resource. Then for pediatrics, you can use Irfan Masood, he has written it so beautifully. Or if you want to enjoy reading pediatrics, do follow the Pervez Akbar. That is a good book as well. And for surgery, Dogar's Wahab Dogar, he has written it so beautifully. Now for those who have not studied it throughout their MBBS and they want to study it at the end of year,
Shortcut.
so take first aid with you and do study about the books, about the topics which are written over there. Then for physio, use BRS. For patho, use Pathoma. For pharmacology, use Kaplan. For gynae obs, use Kaplan. For medicine, use Kaplan. For pediatrics, use Irfan Masood. For surgery, you can use Master the Boards. It's a very good book, very beautiful book. And for anatomy, you can use Short Snell, or if you don't want to study even Short Snell, you want a very shorter resource other than the Short Snell, then there are anatomy shelf notes. But these books will help you in excelling your exams, but for becoming a very good medical student, you will have to learn those topics in a very core detail. So that's it. But before going towards that, Abu Bakr, I would like to say that identify yourself. Identify yourself, whether you are a visual learner, whether you are an auditory learner, whether you would just say, like there are divine podcasts people use for USMLE. If you are an auditory learner, do listen to those podcasts. And if you're a visual learner, do watch Sketchy Microbiology, which is a very beautiful picturization and picture memory. It's a very beautiful book, and animated as well. And if you people are just good reader, go and read out your books.
Thank you so much, sir. And sir, let's discuss another theme. What do you think is more important, consistency or talent?
Okay, so let me tell you one thing. Let's say Usain Bolt is a good runner and he runs very good and he runs very fast, and he had not utilized that talent in a particular way, in the way he would have to use that talent. Talent without consistency, talent without hard work, talent without any ambition or any directed goal is raw, and it is of no use, since you have to learn those things. You have to apply your, if you are intelligent, if Allah has blessed you with that particular intelligence quotient, if you people have got good memory, if you have some spinning power that you can memorize a topic in a day, in an hour, the people used to memorize it in a day. So what you can do, you can just use that talent in order to achieve your goals. So I think like consistency is more important. Consistency is way more important than talent. Talent without consistency, without hard work, is nothing. And you would have seen, this Gen Z has seen the real picture or video memorization of that the turtle and a hare.
Yeah.
You have watched the video,
Yeah.
yes, in which the rabbit, he lost the
Actually,
battle again.
Yep.
So it gives us an idea that the consistency is important.
And sir, one more thing which I want to discuss. What about that peer pressure which we face as
Okay.
a students? Because there is some sort of not actually traditions, but we are following some specific mechanism that okay, we will study it later.
Procrastination.
Things like those procrastinations. So how to tackle these things? And
Okay. Well, when I was in medical school, I went to my medical school, and there's a concept named fooling. So I was
Yeah.
being called by seniors in a room, and they were fooling me, and they asked me one thing, that uh, how do you see yourself? How do you project yourself over the next 5 years? And I said that I will be a good doctor, and they started laughing at me. And I said that I will study right from the first day, and they started laughing even more on me. And then one of my friends, he said that I will be a topper one day, and they laughed a lot at us. So at that day we realized that maybe this study thing, this is not meant for us, because people find it quite awkward. People find it not people find it like you are a theta, and they name it so ugly way,
Yeah.
which should not happen actually. But I feel like these are the things which are the real challenges during medical school life. People would call you because we as a human being do not want to look bad. even in our own eyes. For example, we are 5 friends in our room, and one of the friend is studying and 4 of them are not studying. Those 4 will make him look like a fool.
Yeah.
Yes. But if that one student stay consistent, if that one student stick to his goal, that will differentiate him. Second thing, this peer pressure thing, it had always been thoroughly, even in the Egyptian those heligraphs or something like that. I don't know what do they call them, but in Egyptian era, the procrastination thing was even there as well. So how can you do it? Again, you can identify the cause. Identify why you are doing it. Why you are doing it. Like, let me tell you, before opting a career, you must know why you are opting it. You must know the basic reason why you want to become a doctor. Why not in model? Why not an engineer? Why not some other thing?
Yeah.
Your why should be clear, yes? And if your why is clear, then you should work hard for your why. There is a story, a famous story, which I usually talk about this thing whenever I'm talking to my students. And it was like, there was a student in 9th class, and he wanted to be a businessman. And what happened, his father was a handicraft person, and he used to bring things from the smaller areas, handmade things, and he used to sell in the city. So it was vacations, summer vacations, and his father said that, son, why don't you come with me? Why don't you come with me? Let's go and visit our village. And they went and they visited the village, and at that particular time, his father had heart attack. And when he had heart attack, he took him to the hospital, and hospital was a very small dispensary, and they said that take him to the bigger hospital. And the child asked them in a very innocent tone, where is the big hospital? They said, in the big cities. He took his father to the big city, and then his father died. And there's a usual sentence that if you would have brought your father 10 minutes ago, we could have saved him. But now we are not able to save him. Now what happened that? The thing is that he did not ask himself that why my father died, why it happened or something like that. He asked why big hospitals are not made in the small cities. He went on becoming a good cardiologist, and he opened up his hospital back in a small village. So your why should be clear, and there should be some emotional aspect related to that thing, that why I'm doing it. Because without that clear why, no one is able to stay consistent, because distractions are everywhere. Nobody wants to study whenever everybody is having fun outside, whenever everybody is watching some good Netflix series. Who wants to sit in the bed and bore like something and he wants to study? So it's a very tough job. But if you have a clear vision, if you have a bigger dream, if you sacrifice for something, Allah will definitely reward you with that thing.
Sir, one more interesting question. You've got some good features. You are handsome. Why didn't you pursue the modeling? Why a doctor? Why not a model?
Well, the first answer to this question would be simply I did not get an offer for modeling. And the second thing would be MBBS is way more rewarding than modeling field. I feel like a doctor can create an impact. A doctor can create my father used to say this thing, and this thing always motivated me, that people gonna pay you to be treated by you, but they will still be obliged.
Yeah.
That you treated them. If you're a good doctor, you can make a hell a lot of difference in our society. Well, as a model, I don't think so that I would have I would have created so much of impact. And second thing, Allah chooses someone, to take work from him. And I feel like when I came into this teaching thing, and there were many students who said this thing, that's before being taught by you, we used to think like we will go into business, we'll get into trading, we'll get into some other stuff. But now we have a clear vision that we'll be doctor one day, and we will be doctor. And I feel like if in my whole life I can just change the life of one single student, that would be enough for me. Because for human, it does not take much to be satisfied. For me, the satisfaction would be that some people are remaining me in a good way. They're remembering me in good words. So as a doctor, this MBBS field or medicine field, it is quite rewarding in every aspect. I was studying. I was watching this video, and there was a doctor back in India. He was being asked that, "What do you say? What do you say? Why to be a doctor?" He said that a person who wants to live in this life needs three things. Number one, he needs a profession which gives him money, financial independence. Second thing, the profession which gives him respect. Yes. And third thing, when a people have got money, when a person has got respect, then what does he say? He thinks, what am I contributing towards my society? And this profession is something where you have financial independence, yes or no? Yes. Where you have got respect, yes, you have got plenty of respect. And then, are you contributing towards your society? Yes, you are. One of my good teacher, he used to say that, Ali, when you will be a doctor, there are a lot of opportunities to do some good work. Let's say I'm a jeweler. I've got some gold, and there is a poor person who comes and who says that my daughter is going to get wedded few days later on, and please give me some gold. It would be a bit tough for me. You know why? Even though it is like I might be doing it, but it is tough for me, to give something. But let's say I'm a doctor, I'm a fine surgeon, and there is a person who comes and who says that, please save my daughter. I do not have money. I would use my skill, and I will save him. I will save her. I will save his daughter. In spite of knowing the fact that whether he will be giving me the money or not, whether he can afford it or not. Why? Because I did not invested something. I did not lost something. I just gave it away. It is very easy for me. It is very easy for me. It is very easy for me to check a patient, to prescribe something, but it would be hard for me if you ask me, sir, please lend me your iPad. I feel like I might not be able to give you that iPad.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, sir, please lend me that Apple pencil, it might be impossible for me to give you that pencil. But if you ask me, sir, can you please prescribe me some good medicine for my sore throat? Yes, I can.
Yeah.
If you ask me can you please check up one of my friend? I will say yes. So this is a very rewarding field in term of every aspect.
So, sir, do you believe in predestination?
Predestination, like the
Everything is
things
decided
are
already?
predestined and all
Yeah.
those things. Okay. I was in 9th class and I asked my father one day. He said that work hard and have some good grades in your board examination. I said okay, but father, there is luck that matters. And my father said that luck stands for labor under control knowledge. Whatever knowledge you are having, whenever you put that knowledge into work and then you produce something, that is the luck. This thing, this destiny thing, I feel like this is an excuse, and it hurts, and it gives a reason not to work hard. Like, let's say something, that if things are already pre-decided, and like me and you both, things are pre-decided for us, you will be a surgeon, I will not be a surgeon. Let's say things are pre-decided for us. What do you think? Will I work hard? No, I will not work hard, because it is already been written that I'll not be a surgeon. And if it is written for you that you will be a surgeon one day, will you work hard? No.
Yeah.
You will not work hard, because
Yes.
it's already written for you that you're gonna be surgeon one day. So it takes away the hard work out of it. So my father says that this thing, blaming Allah for everything, that everything is predestined already, this is the zenith of failures, not those who are the successors. A failure has thousands of reasons. I could not study because Khan was in jail. I could not study because my country's economy is collapsing. I could not study because the environment was harsh. But the successful person, he has one single reason.
Okay,
And the one single reason is, I worked hard, I am successful because I worked
I
hard
worked
for it.
hard.
That's it. That's the simplest explanation the winner will always give you. He will not give you any excuse.
Yeah.
That's why my father always say this thing, that the winner does not have any excuse. He has a reason that why I did it.
Sir, I've been following you on Instagram way before that you've started teaching in Kyrgyz State Medical
Okay.
Academy. How do you manage these things? You're living an active lifestyle, you're enjoying in different activities, you are a teacher, you are a doctor. So how do you manage these things?
Well, this is something they say that one has to do something in his life. So I'm doing something at my part. Well, I have priorities. I have prioritized my life, my family, my sleep, my own study, my students, their knowledge, their classes, and all those things. So things are going well, I think so, and it's been in my genes now. Since back to, I would like to give credit to Pakistan International Public School and College, that boarding school, which made me so much disciplined today. They disciplined us, and now I think so it's part of my genes. But anyhow, for those students who want to set their routine, somebody asked me one day that, sir, I sleep all day long and I wake up all night, and the sleep cycle is so much disturbed in Bishkek for all of our students. So I feel like they need to reset their clock. They need to reset. It's just take one single moment to change one's life. Once you have realized it, that you are living the life of a fool person, you are living the life of a you are, people are living in a balloon, in
Yeah.
a bubble. They have created their own world, that things gonna be like this, things gonna be like this, I'm gonna do business, I'm gonna do this. But when they come, if you ask them, do you have a strategic plan how you gonna do it, they'll not be able to answer it.
Yeah.
Yes. So I feel like that you people should give a reset back to your brain, and you should prioritize your thing. It does not matter if you have done your degree. Many of the students think like it's compulsory, that if we have done MBBS, it is compulsory and mandatory to follow MBBS. No, it is not. It would have been possible that you're going to be a good podcast anchor, like you're doing it. It would have been possible that you're going to be a celebrity who's going to talk about health issues. It is possible that you're going to do MPH and you're going to serve in community medicine department or research or something like that. It does not matter that if you have done MBBS, it is mandatory that you're going to be doing, you're going to be pursuing medicine in future. But if you are a doctor and you want to pursue it nicely, and start resetting your today. They say it call to action. It should be today. There is no tomorrow. Trust me, there is no tomorrow. That I'm going to start from tomorrow. No, start it from today. And start it from yourself. Realization is important. Realization is very important. Once you have realized that I have wasted a lot of time, I have wasted plenty of other resources which my father had been doing for me. So I think so realization is the thing which people are missing today.
Our discussion was so interesting that we almost forgot that it's more than an hour. Quickly, sir, we are moving towards the end of the podcast. Short advice which you will give to your younger self.
Okay, so I will definitely have one advice for all of my students who are working hard to achieve their dreams. That is, do not repeat the mistakes which we have done at some point back in our life. And the first thing is taking everything casually. This casual attitude, जो होगा देखा जाएगा, फिर जो होता है वो देखा नहीं जाता.
Yeah.
Whatever will happen, I'll see what will happen. No, you can't see when things start happening in that way.
Yeah.
So first thing, do not have a casual attitude. Remake yourself. Okay, change the perception you people are thinking the way. Change the perception of the life you people are having in nowadays. First thing is leave this casual attitude. Second thing, start a disciplined life and have a clear vision. A clear vision does not matter. See, you can have a different hobby. I wanted to be an astronaut, I wanted to be an astronaut, but I ended up becoming a doctor. Now I still follow all the projects of SpaceX. I still follow what Curiosity rover was doing back over the Mars. I'm still following how the ISS, how this International Space Station is working, how the Hubble telescope gonna be capturing something, how the black hole was discovered. I'm still following those things. But that is my hobby. This is my profession, right? This is my profession. And you have to identify something interesting in this thing to keep yourself motivated and to keep yourself going. And I will have 3 advices. Number 1 thing, do not take things casually. मैं लड़कों को कहता हूँ कि लड़कों जिंदगी में शुगल लगाया करो. जिंदगी के साथ शुगर ना लगाया करो. The thing is we forget these things.
Yeah.
Then second thing, have a clear vision. Third thing, have a disciplined life. Discipline yourself and discipline it as much as possible. Like, if it does not matter if your life is not 100% disciplined, but it matters if it is 10% discipline, 20%, 30%, whatever it is. Just struggle for it. Struggle for the betterment of yourself and stay motivated. They say, if there is a sheep in the group of a bunch of some lions, her attitude will be like the lions. But if there is a lion in some bunch of sheeps, his attitude will be like sheeps. So
Yeah.
surround yourself with those good people who just uplift you.
Yeah. Who motivate-
Like-minded people, yes.
Yeah.
Like-minded people who just motivate you, who keeps you going.
Inspire.
Not like those who say like, क्या करना है पढ़ के भाई. But no, we have to do a lot of things after studying. Yes.
Sir, one more question. Passion. How much is it important? And how can I get to know that this is my passion and I can change it to my profession?
Yes. Very good question. Okay. So passion is very important. When it comes to success, passion is important. Why is it important? Why passion is important for someone? Passion is important because it adds the garnishing in your dish. It adds some of the added flavors in your dish. How can you identify your passion? Anything which you are doing, and it can be opted as a profession as well. Let's say you say sleeping is my passion. It cannot be opted as a
As a
profession.
profession, yeah.
Okay? If that thing can be opted as a profession, and how can you identify it can be opted as a profession? There are 3 qualities of a good profession. First, it gives you financial security.
Income.
Second thing, it gives you enough respect. And third thing, it makes you able to deliver something for the society.
Impact.
For the impact. Yes, that impact thing. If that thing, that passion, your passion has those 3 things, yes,
It
you
can be changed into a profession.
Yes, it can be changed into profession. And how can you identify that is your passion? If you are doing something and you're not getting bored out of it, if you're not getting tired out of it. Like, if you ask me, I'm having this podcast for last 1.5 hour,
Yeah.
but right after this thing, I'm having a good lecture of 2 hours, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take it. I will not be tired. I will not be disturbed by that thing. I enjoy delivering lectures.
Yep.
Okay. So if you do something and if you do not get bored of it, that is your passion.
Sir, now a few quick questions at the end.
Okay.
Are you a tea person or a coffee person?
Definitely tea.
Are you early bird or a night owl?
Okay. So I used to be an early bird, and when I came up back in Bishkek, I was always laughing at my students saying, "You people sleep at 4 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, and you people do not rise up early in the morning." And then Bishkek changed me, and now I guess I sleep around 1:30, around 1:30. But that's a bad thing. I'm resetting this circadian rhythm.
One word to define your life.
One word to define your life. One word would be difficult, but one line I can do it for you. And my life had been wonderful just because my parents had been so much wonderful.
Your dream destination?
My dream destination, Jannah, inshallah. But in dunya, but in dunya, I will definitely visit all of the old places. I'm kind of old soul, you know. I belong to the old person. Those woody areas, those woods, those jungles, forests, and all those things. My dream place would be definitely Maldives. Or Dubai. Maldives or Dubai. Dubai, because it has become fascinating, because it contradicts to my statement which I had given back. I love nature more, but in Dubai I would love to see how they have done impossible things possible. They have built so much of stuff over that sandy area.
Yeah. And sir, at last, one short line which inspired you.
Okay. That my father
One
used to say. My
advice.
father always used to say, in the race of quality, there is no finish line. So this is
In
the
the race
line.
of
In the race of quality, there is no finish line. So that kept
So
inspired me. And one thing,
this is a thing to
you should,
remember.
you people should, as a youngster, you people should adopt a reading habit. You people should adopt a reading habit. And there are two books which I would love to recommend you people. One book would be the Atomic Habits. The Atomic Habits. This is a wonderful book, and you must know how these small things have impact in our life. And then the second book is Think and Grow Rich. That is also a very beautiful book, and I these two are my personal favorite books, which I do study. And one of them I have completed, and the second one is on its way,
Still in process.
still, because I have a lot of things to do, and so I skip it somehow. But anyhow, we are human. We do take things casually sometimes.
So, astronaut or doctor?
I guess doctors. Now definitely doctor. My younger brother, Dr. Gaur Ali, he always used to make fun of this thing, and he used to say, "Why, Dr. Ali Bhai? I have to study so much. I have to study for 12 and 14. Why, Ali Bhai? I would have done business out of it and something like that, MBA or BBA something. But now when everything is done, and he sees what are the perks of being a doctor, he says that Ali Bhai, this was a good option." And
One question just came into my mind: FMGs or students back in their homes?
okay, so now definitely FMGs, and particularly students from the Bishkek, because they are my student now, and I love them a lot. And I see one thing which I found very interesting in the foreign medical graduates. They have that that thirst to learn something. They have that thirst that if somebody teaches us good, if somebody shows us the right path, we can do and we can make change. And they're always willing to adopt themselves. They are so flexible.
Yeah.
Like whenever I try to mold my class, even they are from final year, the class which I am teaching, they are in final year MBBS, but they are still ready to adopt that thing.
Yeah.
And this is their quality, I guess, which will take them to the heights of glory, inshallah, one day.
And students of Kyrgyz State Medical Academy or other universities?
Okay, so students of IUK on the top, and then Kyrgyz State Medical Academy, because IUK is my home, and they would be my first love, and then KSMA would be the second. But you people can match them if you people fill up the main lecture hall in my attendance.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming. Thank you so much for giving us time.
You're welcome. You are always welcome. And
It was
a wonderful having you over here. I would like to thank Education Advisor. I would like to thank Kyrgyz State Medical Academy administration. I would like to thank your Senate for it. I would like to thank the people sitting behind the cameras and the students who have worked hard for it, and who have arranged it so beautifully, this studio and all those things. I just loved having gossip with you people. And if you would have arranged a tea over here, this would have been more beautiful. But it's okay.
Next time we'll do.
I know how bad the tea could be over here. So this was fun.
This was
And
very
thank you so
interesting,
much.
sir. Thank you so
Okay.
much for being on the set. And that's all for today. See you guys in the next video.